episode of Candid Kaya. The end of the school year is approaching, and we all know what that means. Cheer tryout season! Yay! So stay tuned to hear tryout tips from a pro. So today I have Nikisha.
Hi.
Also my twin sister, who happens to be a professional cheerleader.
Yep.
So she's going to be giving us tips today. So Keisha, let's start with letting people know about your cheer background.
Well, I've cheered since I was 12, I believe. Yeah, I was in 7th grade. I first started off cheering on a rec team, you know, like those little teams you see with your brother plays football for like the community. That's what that was. And then I tried out in 8th grade for middle school, made it, cheered all through high school. I cheered competitively for 4 years. I cheered every year of college, and now I cheer professionally. I also have a background in advanced power tumbling, so, you know, I have a good mixture of the cheer and gymnastics background as well.
What type of qualities do you think make a good cheerleader?
I would say you definitely have to be outgoing. You definitely have to have a zest for performing. Like, that's the main thing you do is perform. You also have to have a love and a passion for the sport. If you don't love or have a passion for it, you're not going to want to succeed at it. And cheerleading is just like football and everything. You always want to excel, whether it be learning a new tumbling pass or learning a new dance. So you definitely have to love that. And you also, you know, just the normal personality traits like friendly, bubbly, fun. That's what cheerleaders are, so you definitely have to exude all of those traits at all times.
What was your favorite part about cheerleading in high school and in college?
I would say my favorite part was being able to cheer for both my two favorite sports, basketball and football. You know, at the professional level, you're not going to get to cheer for both. It's one or the other. So in high school and in college, I did have the opportunity to cheer for both. So that was very exciting and very fun.
So you were cheering for two of your favorite sports. So would you say that cheerleading was a sport?
Definitely. And for all those who say cheerleading is not, y'all are very wrong. Cheerleading includes gymnastics, it includes dance, it includes athleticism. All those things that y'all consider sports is all in cheerleading. So don't try it. Cheerleading is a sport, right?
Shoot, I guess so. What are your tips for those who are trying out for high school cheer teams and college cheer teams?
I would say definitely whenever you're trying out for any sport or any team, always try to be in the best physical shape possible. Just because, not saying you have to be skinny or, you know, super fit, but you just want to be able to perform at your best level. You know, and people do look at that. You don't want to be breathing hard at tryouts. It's not a good look for how you're going to perform throughout the season. Also, I would say, don't be frustrated. Tryouts are the most stressful week in life. Like, it's crazy. But you have to just stay positive and remember it's just 1 week and you're going to get to do what you want and love for a whole year after that. So that's enough to get you through. Also, try to make friends. Like, not everyone is your competition. At tryouts, people are looking for what they're looking for. You have no control over that. So just try to make the best experience of it. And always never do more than you can. If you can't do 2 back handsprings, do 1. If you can't do a back handspring, then don't try it. Don't try to excel at a skill just for the meanness of tryouts. If you can do a cartwheel, do that. If you can do a back tuck, do that. But don't ever try to do something more, especially when it's tumbling, because that's extremely dangerous. And you want to look your best doing whatever it is that you're going to do.
So you just talked about tumbling. How important is it to have tumbling experience?
Tumbling, I would say, is semi-important. What really matters at tryouts is someone being able to see that you have spirit. And I know that sounds cheesy, but that's the main thing. You know, people, okay, cool, you can do back handsprings, that's great. But people are more going to watch someone who's just being smiley, who's performing at the best, who's bringing out the spirit of the crowd. That's what they're looking for. Now, if you can tumble, that does add some points to the entertainment factor, but that's not the main thing, unless, you know, your tryout papers do say that this is required, then, you know, I mean, that's important. But other than that, no, just be yourself and be spirited.
What tips do you have for those who have always wanted to be a cheerleader but have never tried out before?
Well, I would say if you've always wanted to be a cheerleader, by all means, just try it. You never know, but know that you're going to have to work hard and you're going to have to stay at the same level for those that may have cheered, you know, their whole lives. But, you know, you always have to practice. You need to stretch. Stretching is very, very important in cheerleading. You know, you want to be flexible. You want to be able to have good jumps and toe touches, and for flyers, you want to be able to do your heel stretch and hit all your marks. So stretching, practicing, staying on top of your cheers, even if you feel like you know them, you still need to practice them because they can leave your mind at any minute. And you never know when you're going to have to do something. So definitely, and staying in shape, that's the key to any sport, is being in the best physical shape possible. And just being positive. Then you got it.
So what's the best way to prepare for tryouts?
I would say the best way to prepare for tryouts is definitely affirming that you want to be a cheerleader, you know, and taking the necessary measures to ensure that you make the team. For example, when I was trying out for high school, I used to put a piece of tape, probably like, 8 feet up on the wall, and just like tap it 100 times a night to help, build my calf muscles so that my jumps were higher. And I also like do different stretches for my toe touches. Practice your jumps, but practice them outside and stuff. Don't practice in your living room because it's dangerous. Practice your motions. Like I'd be in the mirror, like, making sure I looked tight and sharp. Practice your performance. Practice everything. With anything that you learn at tryouts, practice it. Even if it's just something that's just you're learning just for the dance, or just for a tryout, or just some random toe touch or something. Make sure you know it and can nail it. Also, you can take advantage of open gyms. I know a lot of local gymnastics facilities have open gyms on different nights of the week where you can just go and practice your tumbling if you do tumble, or just go jump around, maybe learn a skill, maybe work on your jumps in front of a mirror. A mirror does help. So being able to see, okay, where are my arms when I hit this toe touch? Are they right? Being clean, being sharp, I always practice in front of a mirror. Never just assume that, if you don't have anything to look at, that you're doing it right. So a mirror is very important, and open gyms have tons of those. So I would highly suggest doing those.
What piece of advice do you have for those who don't make cheerleading their first time?
Well, you should never be sad if you don't make it your first time. Congratulations for going out there and doing it. You tried it, girl. It's okay. A lot of us don't make it our first times, but if it's really in your heart and you have the desire, then keep trying. Know that you will need to practice. Try to ask a coach, be like, hey, never be a sad sport, because they always remember that. Never be mad either or act out. Like if you want to cry, just wait till you get home. Don't be mad. Just be like, okay, it wasn't for me. I'm going to focus on practicing, and I'm going to come back next year and nail it. A lot of us don't make it our first times. But if it's in your heart, you will practice, you will find out what you need to work on, and you'll work on it. And you'll come back the next year stronger than ever. So take not making it as a blessing and time for you to improve. But use that time wisely now. It ain't the time to be like, okay, well, I'm going to start 2 weeks before next year's tryouts. No, you got a whole year. So they're going to expect a whole year worth of improvement.
Agreed. All right, Keisha, here's a good question. What are your 5 tips to acing the tryouts?
Ooh. My 5 tips for acing the tryouts are, number 1, be positive. You got to be positive throughout the whole process, because, you're going to get scared, you're going to be nervous, but just be like, this is what I love, and I'm going to go out here and nail it. You got to talk yourself up. Be in your head like, come on, girl, let's do it. So be positive is number 1. Number 2 is, don't psych yourself out. Like, there's a lot of times where people are like, I'm not gonna make it. Well, if I don't make it, I'm not gonna, just worrying about too much. Worry about the moment. Worry about nailing that 2-minute dance that you're about to do, okay? Don't be worrying about all the extra stuff. So don't psych yourself out. Number 3 is practice. A lot of people blow off, oh, I got this dance. Oh, that cheer is easy. Okay, it's not going to be that easy when you're in front of 4 judges and your nerves get the best of you. So make sure you practice. Even if it's like a whole week away, you need to be practicing every day that week. It needs to be hit it like nobody's business. Number 4, I would say eat right, get your sleep. People like to stay up all night until they learn something. Really, sleep does, I guarantee, I cannot tell you how many times I stayed up till 4 a.m. practicing a dance and still didn't know it. And then I wake up the next day and practice it because I got rest and everything, and I would kill it. So just listen to your body. Like if your body's like, I need to go to sleep, I need to just sit down, I need to eat, do that, okay? Because you got to be your best. And number 5, I would say always smile. You have to smile. That's what cheerleaders do. We're always like, yeah. We're always smiling. Even when you're learning, even when you're frustrated, smile through it. It makes it a lot easier just to get through the week. And plus it makes them want to see like, oh, she has a great attitude. I can tell. I want her on my team. So smile. And if you have to, if you don't like smile, fake it till you make it. Okay?
So Keisha, thank you so much for coming on today's episode.
Of course.
My last question, I guess, would be, in general, what piece of advice do you have for all girls who are getting ready for cheer tryouts?
Well, if you're getting ready, congrats. That's a huge step you're taking. So I'm excited for you. And just as excited as I am for you, you should be excited too. It's a great, great experience. Also, stay confident. You have to know what you bring to the table and kill it. And stay positive. And like I said, always smile and do not be cocky. That's the biggest thing. Like I've seen good girls not make it sometimes because they felt the need not to work so hard. So please always work hard and just go out there and kill it.
So I hope you all enjoyed today's video and all of Keisha's advice. I mean, again, she's a professional cheerleader, so she definitely does know what she's talking about. And so we just want to tell all the girls who are getting ready for cheer tryouts,
you got this!
All right, so
Kill it.
stay tuned for another video coming up, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Yes, good luck, y'all.